Hey there, Fletcher from All Things Overlanding here, and today is a video that a lot of you have been asking for, and that is my first night in the Hiperlion Outdoors Alibaba camper. So I've got it all set up. I'm going to be spending the night in it tonight. I'm going to let you guys know my thoughts tomorrow morning when I wake up. Before we do that though, I'm going to walk you through it, just kind of show you the inside of it, talk a little bit about my thoughts. I'm going to show you guys set up and just show you how quick and easy it is to set up. So in this video, you're going to see what my first night in the camper is like, and just some general features, setup, that kind of thing of the camper. So if you want to see the camper in action, stay tuned.
Understand where it came from, but you got it, my got it. It began in the land of the sandstorm. I fought it, though I wanted everything to do with what you gave to me. Loosening my grip.
Alrighty guys, so as I mentioned in the intro, today I am spending my first night in my Hiperlion Outdoors camper. I'm super excited about this thing. I mean, I'm telling you, the setup was amazing. I'm actually kind of surprised too. I got better gas mileage driving the 2 hours that I drove to get down here to go camping than I used to in my old setup. Now, part of that, to be fully transparent, is probably weight, because this thing is supposed to weigh about 420-ish, 420, 430 pounds, but I haven't done any built-ins inside. So my old setup included a rooftop tent and a bed rack, but then I had a full drawer system that I'd built out in the back. If you want to see that, go to my playlist of my Overlanding build for my truck, and you can see my old setup. But this thing weighs about half of what that weighed total. Now, I just only have a handful of gear that I brought with me, which includes this big power bank, you know, a jug of water, 5-gallon DOD jug of water. I've got my set power fridge, which we'll talk about later in a build video when I start to build out the floor and everything in here. And then I've got my Vivor cassette toilet in here too that's loaded up. So, but aside from that, it's really just the camper. So I think my weight is a lot less, which could explain the gas mileage. And we're not talking about, you know, 5 miles per gallon or anything. We're talking about maybe like a half a mile per gallon better, just based on my gauge on my dash showing better than it normally does. I also put together a video already that should be out. So if you go to the channel and look at the Alibaba playlist on my channel, make sure to subscribe while you're there so you don't miss any future content. But I did add this axe and shovel mount to the inside of the molly panel, and I did a lot of other modifications, including longer bolts and stuff to be able to get into the Utilitrack. So if you want to see all that stuff, all the mods that I've done to improve the kitchen, to add the, you know, stuff to the molly panels, I figured out the thread pitches for the bolts that go into these nut certs, because there are nut certs included in here, which is really awesome. So you can just bolt things right to it. So if you want to learn that, I'll put a card in the top right corner here to that video. So, but now let's talk a little bit about the camper. I'm going to put in here some footage of the camper opening up just to show you how easy it is. Now, it is pretty heavy, so I will say when you are in here, and I've set everything up so I slid my back panel up so that it's flush with the front one. When I'm traveling with this though, this back portion of the mattress and this back sliding panel, I slide all the way to the back, which leaves me a hole in the middle. That allows me to more easily pull down the camper and put it up. So when you're putting the camper up, I kind of put my shoulder into it and just push up on the thing. That's the easiest way that I've found to actually open the camper. Then to pull it down, I just grab the 2 handles, which are right up there, and then of course on the other side too, and I just kind of put all my weight into it, and it just pulls straight down, and as soon as it passes sort of the middle point of the gas struts, then it just drops right down. So then as you can see, before the built-ins, I've got a ton of room back here, right? Like I can fully stand in here. I've got about 8 inches above my head from the bed of my truck up to the top of the camper when it's open. So there's tons of space in here. The inside of it is also really huge and massive as well. So I've got a full Hest foamy wide mattress in here, so that's about 30 inches across, and as you can see, it's only taking up about half, maybe a little less than half of the width of the camper. So you could definitely easily get 2 of those in here and have 2, you know, full-size adults sleep in here with no problem. So tonight we're going to spend the night in it. Tomorrow morning when I wake up, I will record a quick update for you guys, and I will let you know what I think about it after spending a night in it. Also, I do have another video that I've shot that is about common questions that I get on this camper. So this one is literally just my impressions, my first night in the camper, my thoughts on it. But if you want to see sort of common questions, you know, leaks, things that I like, things that I don't like, questions that other people have answered, from weight to the size of it to, you know, the overhang over the cab, all that good stuff. I did do another video on that, which I will also throw a card to up here, but all that's on that playlist. So if you want to see common questions and concerns, that video is going to be great for you. This one is just first impressions after spending a night in the camper. All right, it's nighttime now, and we are in the camper. I don't have any lights wired or the fan wired, so I'm just going to lay up here tonight, but no bugs. Pretty good right now. We're just going to go to bed. All right, guys, so first night in the camper, success. Super comfortable. Tons of room in here. I forgot. I mean, I've been sleeping in wedge-style tents for so long that I forgot what it's like to just, like, sleep in a bed. Like, having this much room above my head has been so nice. So I love it. I mean, it's about 7 o'clock in the morning. The sun's starting to come out now, so I've got my flash on, which is very bright. But slept great. The White Duck sleeping bag was great. My Hest pillow and mattress were great. I am sleeping on the 2-inch memory foam mattress that came with it, with the Hest on top. Honestly, I probably will pull the stock mattress out. Like, I mean, it's nice, but I haven't slept on it, full transparency, but I just know all these stock 2-inch mattresses are never very good, which is why I brought the Hest. But so if I take that out, it just saves me a lot of space and complexity. Like, I've got there's a 2-part mattress, there's the condensation mat. I may just pull all that stuff out and just put the Hest up here, because then I think I could keep the Hest up here. But anyways, there'll be update videos in the future on what fits and what doesn't fit, because I don't know yet. But man, it's just so nice to not be in a wedge style, honestly. So yeah, big success. This thing is awesome. Tons of space. I mean, I've got a foot above my head probably laying here, more than that probably. So it just feels so roomy, and the hard walls are just super nice. Like, it literally is like being in a little RV or something. All right, guys, so that was the first night in the camper. Slept great. I mean, as you can, it's just, man, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I've had ground tents, I've done hammock camping. I actually really enjoyed hammock camping, but there's a lot of setup. You need trees a certain width apart. Like, you got to find the right campsite, you know? Like, if you're backpacking, hammock camping makes a ton of sense. But for, you know, overlanding and like long-term travel and stuff, having a wedge style tent was a game changer for me, coming from a soft tent, because there was so much setup involved with the soft tent. So then going to the wedge style was definitely a leg up, right? And it was fast setup. It was great, but you still have to put awning poles out. You have to do all this stuff. You have to tuck in the fabric, you know, walk around the truck multiple times to make sure everything's tucked in. You got that, you know, retaining elastic strap that pulls the fabric in. With this hard shell style and non-wedge style, like the straight up and down type, which I've never even really considered. I don't know why. I just thought that they weren't as cool or something. I don't know. I really don't know why. I never really looked at these things, but coming from the wedge style to this, like being able to lay in there and my feet have 2 feet of space above them is crazy. Like, I can put my knees up. I can lay on my back with my knees up. I can roll around without worrying about my feet being crammed into the bottom of the wedge. Like, it was just so much more comfortable and so much roomier. And I'm thinking too, like, if the family comes, there's just so much more space in this thing. Like, you know, again, thinking about that wedge style and like me and the wife, like the kids had to sleep in a ground tent for sure. And this is not wide enough, really. I mean, this is very comfortable for 2 people. I think this is easily a 2-person tent. And with the kids, they would still probably need to be in some sort of an extra tent or something. But for the wife and I, you know, just to be in this sort of space without being crammed into a wedge style with, you know, room to move back and forth, side to side, up and down, stand up. Like this morning when I woke up, it's summer, so it's hot here, so I took my pants off, full transparency. But I just popped down from the tent portion and stood here and put my pants on with all the doors closed, totally. I know this sounds silly because it's obvious that you're going to have more security, you're going to have more privacy, that kind of thing. But it was so nice to just be able to stand up. Like, again, just for reference, though, in a wedge style tent, that's not at all an option, right? Like, that's obviously, this seems obvious, but like in a wedge style tent, your options are to roll around like an idiot and put your pants on laying down, you know, like with your legs up in the air and stuff. That is your option. Or you get down via a ladder from your wedge style rooftop tent to the ground with your underwear on, and you put your pants on outside. Like, those are your options. And so to me, while it's obvious, it still feels amazing to be able to just like, oh, I'm just going to get down from the top part of the camper to the bottom part of the camper and just have all the room in the world and stand up, put my pants on and whatever, right? Like, it's amazing. So first night, big success. Love this thing. Super excited to build this out, to put my power system in here, to build I'm going to build a bench that I can sit on. That's also going to store this fridge back here. The Set Power fridge is going to be on the bottom part of it. And then all my electronics are going to go behind that. So yeah, it's going to be great. So lots more to come on that. But yeah, after the first night in the camper, loving it and super excited. As always, in the description below will be links to all my social channels, so wherever you want to come follow along, I'd love to have you. There's also a link to my website where I've got funny overlanding camping theme patches and stickers, so if you're into that kind of stuff, if you like stickers and patches for your rig, for your fridge, for your headline, or whatever, definitely check that out. Also below this video is a join button, which is just sort of a passive way to support the channel. It gets you early access to the videos and some other perks. But if you want to be more involved with all things overlanding, there's also a link to my Patreon page. And the Patreon is awesome. Just a ton of hilarious, awesome guys in there. We all chat on a Discord 24/7. We've got a once a month Zoom call that we do. And then we've got a couple trips per year that we do. So we've been out to West Virginia. We've been down to Kentucky. We're going out to the Ozarks. So whether you're West Coast, East Coast, whatever, we find ways to chat remotely, and we try and, go both ways. I'm in the Midwest. So we try and go East and West so that everybody can get a chance to sort of hang out and make some friends. So if that sounds good, check out the Patreon. And then last but not least, there's also a link to Newbie Overlanders, which is a Facebook group that I run. It's awesome. 31,000 people in it, I think, now at this time that I'm recording this, growing every day. But unlike the other big groups, it's different, right? Like, we don't allow bullying. We don't allow any sort of self-promotion. We don't really allow sales at all. So it's a much cleaner experience if you're looking for a place to get help or ask questions, or if you are more experienced with overlanding and you want to help other people and just not just see constant bullying and negativity, then that may be a good place for you, and we'd love to have you. But again, thanks so much for watching. I hope that was helpful. Now you guys know that I have this camper. Obviously, I'm going to keep producing updates for you because a lot of people have asked, how is it? How's this? What are you doing to modify it? How are you going to do your built-in? So there'll be a lot of content coming on this thing in the future, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.